now we're going to talk about the 10 companies that are U.S. companies that are rated for a good work-life balance. Let me switch over to my screen real quick. Okay, let's talk about these 10 companies, because these are companies that you potentially want to work for. Let me blow up my screen here, make sure you guys can actually see it. Let's do a refresh on this. Okay, nope, there we go. Now you guys can see it. Okay, perfect. 10 highest rated U.S. companies for work-life balance. Almost 3/4 of employees in the U.S. surveyed by Glassdoor pointed to work-life balance as an important factor in choosing a job and a company. Okay? Many of you want to make the transition to sales. Many of you want to make the transition to tech. Many of you want to make the transition to cloud computing, cybersecurity, and so forth. Well, who are you going to work for? You want to work for companies. If you are positive, or if you are a person that, thinks that work-life balance is important, and you want to be working for a company that, has a culture that allows people to have a good work-life balance, then these are the companies that you want to work for. What is up, Ladder Climbers? I wanted to interrupt this video to talk about coaching. Yes, you need a career coach. Why do you need a career coach? Why? Because the job market is always changing. And with the job market always changing, you need to have the latest and greatest information in order for you to apply and get the job that you want. Number two, you need confidence and clarity. There's so many jobs out there. There's so many positions out there, whether you want to switch into tech or healthcare. There's so much out there, and with so much information, you need to be able to have clarity on what it is that you really want to do, and ultimately have the confidence to do so. And number three, you need to be able to sell yourself, guys. You really need to be able to sell yourself. And a lot of times we come in with a whole bunch of humility. Well, when you're approaching a new job and seeking a new job, you need to be able to sell yourself. So guys, go ahead and book your coaching session today. www.blkheights.com. Again, www.blkheights.com. In the past, a high salary, good benefits, or room for advancement would have been one of the key deciding factors when choosing the right job and right employer. I agree. High salary, good benefits, and a room for development was once it. Those were the three deciding factors for choosing the right job or choosing the right company. While those items remain important, another factor has come to the forefront: work-life balance. And I'm gonna tell you like this, in my opinion, work-life balance has a lot to do with you, how you run your household, how you run your show, because you can let anything take over you. You can let your entire life take over. You can let drugs take over. You can let alcohol take over. You can let whatever it is. And to be quite honest with you, that's your responsibility. It's your responsibilities. But cultures and companies will be the ones that will cause you to have a work addiction, into burnout, and creates all sorts of stresses for yourself. Perhaps because of the pandemic, more people seem to realize that a happy and healthy life strikes a balance between personal as well as professional needs and goals. In a recent survey from the company Glassdoor, 71% of employees cited work-life balance as an important factor when searching for jobs and companies. In comments offered by employees, the phrase mental health jumped by 91% from 2019 to 2022, while the word burnout rose by 41% over the same period. Okay, so if you want to work for a company that offers really good work-life balance, here are 10 tech companies that does so. All right, so Glassdoor compiled a list of 10 companies, okay, 10 companies in the US that have earned the highest marks for this type of balance, and they assign the score based on a 5-point scale. The rankings are based on responses to questions collected from existing U.S. employees over the past 2 years. So it's a good amount of data. You think about it, you're working at a company, you get a survey, right? You figure out, if they're asking questions about this, that, and the other, do you have a good work-life balance? Does the company culture meet that? This is where that data comes from, okay? Glassdoor looked at it and said, okay, well, here are the results. Number one, Dropbox. Dropbox received a 4.7 average work-life balance out of a 5. And Dropbox is an online storage provider, right? And their company or their employees are saying positive things about them. Those who provided feedback said things such as a very empathetic work-life balance. The culture supports work-life balance and the importance of family. Managers are invested in work-life balance and unlimited paid time off with resources to help you unplug from work. Family is important. Family is important. When your leaders in your company talks about how important your family is, when your leaders and your manager are talking about, hey, you know what? After 6 p.m., turn it off. I know you can continue to work through it, but turn it off. Tomorrow's going to be another day. When your company is talking about, your husband or your wife, how important they are for you to come to work to be your best you, it's important. And it seems like Dropbox is that company that does that, okay? And the people at Dropbox also talked about the ability to work remotely as well as having flexible working hours. So guys, consider Dropbox. Consider Dropbox. Another one is SailPoint Technologies. Also got a 4.7 out of 5 stars as well too, all right? And the accolades focus on employee work-life balance, but also for its commitment for mental well-being and attention to career and personal growth. Many people want to work for companies that allow their people to grow inside. And a lot of companies, I'm gonna tell you like this, I had a conversation earlier this week about companies, offering their sales folks an opportunity to be the best sales rep that exists. There are companies that are really good at developing their sales reps, and there's companies that are very poor, okay? There are companies that says, you know what, we're gonna throw you to the wolves and you're gonna figure it out, spend you whatever money that it is that you need in order for personal development. But we also have companies that exist that want to invest in you and have the training organization. They have the structures, they have the management really looking at you and how you can develop and giving you all the tools that you need so that you can develop. And it seems like SailPoint Technologies is one of those companies as well. Not only focusing on work-life balance, but also on career and personal growth, as well as your mental well-being. Some of the comments that these guys said was excellent work-life balance, freedom to get your job done and enjoy work-life balance. And the work-life balance is just perfect. And I have to say, some of the best leaders I've ever worked for. A few people also pointed out the ability to work from home and flexible schedules. Guys, SailPoint Technologies, don't know much about them, but this is an opportunity for you to do the research on them, okay? Asana, another 4.7 out of 5 stars. And some of the things that they're talking about as well too is on top of the work-life balance, extremely mindful leadership decisions. No expectations of working nights or weekends. Lots of support available at the company, which helps promote well-being and a healthy work-life balance, okay? The head of HR says that. Box is another one, another 4.7 out of 5 stars. Another 4.7 out of 5 stars, guys. Another thing they're talking about, flexible working, okay? Good culture, great management. These are all the things that people are looking for in a company, and a good company. Atlassian, I think that's how you say it, Atlassian, whatever it is, Australian software firm that makes products for software developers. You guys have seen it if you ever, play video games and stuff like that. And project managers and houses in the U.S. headquarters in San Francisco. The work-life balance FAQ elicited more than 240 comments for current employers or employees. In a recent comment summed up feedback. Truly remote first, encourages a healthy work-life balance, generous unlimited time off, is not tracked and highly supported, amazing benefits, inclusive culture, employee first culture rooted in trust, open and transparency, okay? Some people talked about getting a home office stipend, fitness reimbursement, tech equipment like MacBook Pros. They are not only, have a good leadership model, but they're also giving you some of the high-end equipment that you can use as well too. Another company, MathWorks, okay? Developer of mathematical modeling applications that also generate a large number of responses. Work-life balance is another one, okay? Another one, Ziegler Auto Group. Don't know much about this company, but received a 4.6 out of 5. Cornerstone Home Lending, Cover My Meds. All of these companies are all top companies that their focus is around having a great culture. You have a great culture, you have a good positive work-life balance, good leadership, open, honest, transparency, and so forth. So guys, I want you guys to take a look at these companies, right? Not just these companies, but other companies that exist that you all want to work for. When you're in your job transition, look the company up. Make sure that you understand what the culture is like. And one of the things that you can do is this, right? Go to Glassdoor. Glassdoor is a great resource for comments, reviews, you to understand exactly how the company operates, you to learn more about different roles that exist. If they're a difficult role, if they're an easy role, if they, if the CEO is supported, managers are supported, and so forth. Check out Glassdoor. Great resource for you to get the information that you need in order for you to make the right transition into the tech space. Okay? In order for you to make the right transition into the tech space. I just dropped the article in the comment section. Okay? You guys can actually click on that, and I will make sure that this article also is in the video description at the end of this live stream. Okay? So those are the top highest rated US companies with work-life balance. Okay,